What's up, friends? Thank you so much for being here and sharing this virtual space with me. If you're new to my channel, my name is Samantha. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And again, thank you so much for supporting me and practicing with me. I cannot believe tomorrow is Thanksgiving and the holiday season is already here. So in light of the holidays, I wanted to offer all of you a little bit of a stronger flow, something to get your energy moving, maybe challenge you a little bit. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started at the back of our mats in forward fold. We're going to go ahead and take the feet hip distance apart. Nice, generous bend at the knees. And then finding opposite hand to opposite elbow. Letting the forearms hang down towards the mat. And letting go of the head and neck. And maybe closing the eyes here. Starting to play with the balance, shifting the weight from the balls of the feet to the heels. And just repeating, moving forward and back. Maybe starting to bring some engagement to the legs. Nice and slowly release the fingertips to your mat. And then come to stillness just for a pause. See if you can lengthen a little bit more through the legs and the arms. And then shift all of the weight into the heels. We'll lift the balls of the feet. From here, coming forward onto the toes, lifting the heels. And then moving back, lifting the balls of the feet. Again, coming onto the toes, we'll do one more of each. You can practice here with the eyes closed still, or you can flutter the eyes open. Maybe you already have. Let's come back to the heels last time. And then the toes. Good, and from here, stay on the toes. See if you can sink the glutes all the way down to the heels. And then reach the fingertips out in front of you. Come into this nice deep squat. It's okay if the heels lower down a little bit more. It's all right if you're shaky. Just starting to fire up the legs. Seeing if you can lengthen through the spine. Crown of the head lifts towards the ceiling. Go ahead and inhale, lift the glutes a little bit higher. Still staying on the toes. On your next exhale, lower back down. This time, inhale, come all the way to stand. See if you can stay on the toes. Ooh, little wobbly. And then reach the fingertips overhead. Good, reach, 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 engaging the feet, maybe the ankles. On your next exhale, lower the heels, hands to heart center. Inhale again, reach the arms up and overhead. This time as you exhale, hands to heart center, we'll hinge at the hips. Inhale, we'll halfway lift, either tent the fingertips, lengthen the arms, or bring the hands to the shins. Exhale, fold forward. From here, we'll walk the hands forward. And instead of coming to a high plank, we're going to take the palms under the shoulders and then bend at the knees, hovering the knees and shins off of the mat. It's coming into like a floating tabletop. And then we'll start to fire up the core here by moving forwards and back with the hips, maybe the knees. Still staying low to the mat. Good, channel your breath here. Maybe starting to take audible exhales by opening the mouth. And take one more rock forward and back, and as you move back, draw the heels to the mat, lengthen through the arms, downward facing dog. If you find any movements here organic or natural to you that feel really nice, help you settle into your first down dog, feel free to take them. I've been practicing stillness here more often as my movements have become a little bit automatic, so I've been trying to be more intentional here. Go ahead and take your gaze towards your hands and slowly walk the feet forward. From here, we'll find a soft bend at the knees, press into the heels, and roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time as we come to mountain pose. Big breath in, palms touch overhead. Big breath out, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, fingertips overhead. Exhale, this time hinge at your hips, we'll forward fold. From here, step one foot back and then the other, coming to high plank. So we're thinking about, in our plank, pressing into that space between the thumbs and the index fingers, drawing the belly button up towards the ribs, and keeping the toes curled. Holding on to this for one more round of breath. As you exhale, bring the elbows into the ribs. We'll lower all the way down. Take the toes to the bottom corners of your mat, the palms to the top corners. Inhale as you press into your palms, rooting through the pelvis. Heart and chest lift. Seal pose. Back bending here is a little bit more accessible the farther the feet are apart. So the closer you slide the feet together, the more challenging it's going to be to have that mobility and movement through the back. One more inhale here. As you exhale, bend at the elbows, lower and tap the forehead. Go ahead and slide the palms under the shoulders. Curl your toes under, inhale to high plank. And then shift all of your weight onto the pinky side of the right foot, as well as the right palm. Stack the left hip on top of right, coming to side plank. Engaging those obliques, we'll lift the hips a little bit higher. I told y'all this was going to be a challenging one. Big breath in, big breath out. Good. Now see if you can slide the left foot up the inside of the right leg, bringing that left knee almost to the left armpit. And then slow and controlled, see if you can pivot onto the right toes, stepping the left foot forward. It's all right if you need to assist yourself forward a little bit there. And then we'll take the left palm to meet right, coming to a lizard lunge. Right toes will stay curled here. We're going to keep the right leg engaged, maybe find some movement forward and back. And then when you're ready, settle in stillness, pressing firmly into the palms, lifting the heart, chest, and gaze. Go ahead and drop the right knee down. Toes are still curled. This time we'll press into the left heel. Inhale as you reach fingertips overhead. Anjaneyasana or low lunge. Taking a little bit of a power move from here. We're going to press into the left heel as well as the right toes. Inhale to lift the right knee. Crescent lunge. Go ahead and lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time we'll lift. Pivot the back foot. Open the arms up to warrior two. Good. Seeing if you can find the big toe, the left big toe on the inside of the left knee, and then take the gaze over the left middle finger. Inhale to lengthen the left leg, bring palms together overhead. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Two more. Inhale, lift. and lower. Last one, inhale, lift. This time as you lower, right hand to right leg, left arm overhead, reverse warrior. All right, as we move from here, we're gonna engage the core, bring the arms up and over, coming to warrior two. And then we're gonna make our way to our first balancing posture. So we're gonna heel toe that right foot a little closer to the left heel, bringing our weight into the left foot. See if you can cartwheel the left hand down, lifting the right foot, coming into our standing half moon. That right foot is flexed, almost like you're stamping the back wall. The right fingertips reach overhead. From here, see if you can engage the core, lifting the left fingertips off of the ground. Finding a straight line from right fingertips to left. Hold on to it. Let's engage the core a little bit more. See if you can come through stand without dropping that right foot down. Lift the right knee as well as the fingertips. Breathing it out, take one big inhale. As you exhale, send the fingertips and the right heel back. Warrior three. If at any point you need to drop the toes down, take a breather. Maybe bring the fingertips down to the ground. That's totally welcome. Let's find one more inhale here. One more exhale. See if you can bring the right foot in line with left. We'll come to mountain pose. Big breath in. Palms come together overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward. Press into your palms, step one foot back, and then the other, high plank. Pressing into that space between the thumbs and the index fingers, maybe finding rocks forward and back. Taking control of your breath. Remembering that we can do hard things. Let's stack shoulders over wrists, bend the elbows, lower all the way down. Uncurl the toes as we bring them to the back corners of the mat. Palms land on the top corners. Inhale to find seal pose. Hanging out here for a few more breaths. See if you can take the chin to the chest, finding a stretch in the back of your neck. On an inhale, come back to neutral. Bend at the elbows, slowly lower yourself down, tapping the forehead. Sliding the palms under the shoulders, curl your toes. Inhale to high plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale as you come up onto the toes, lift the heels high. Roll the body forward, coming back to plank. This time, come onto the pinky side of the left foot, pressing into your left palm. Right fingertips reach overhead. Side plank. A modified version of your plank pose is always to drop that bottom knee down, so the left knee. See if you can stay here, stay strong. Slide the right foot up the left leg, bringing the right knee towards the right armpit. And then slow and controlled, step the right foot to the outside of the mat. Right palm lands inside of the right foot, coming to that lizard lunge. Go ahead and take some rocks here, forward and back. And as you come to stillness, lengthen through the arms, lift the hips a little higher. Getting nice and strong this holiday season. When you're ready, press into the right heel and the left toes. Lift the fingertips overhead, coming to Crescent Lunge. Big breath in, big breath out. Lower the left knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time as you lift, pivot the back foot, open up the arms to warrior two. I know the legs are getting tired, mine are as well. Maybe you're starting to sweat, that's okay. Hang on to it. Take a moment to channel your breath. Inhale, we'll lengthen through the right leg, bring the palms together overhead. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale. Exhale, lower. Take a pause here. Check in with that right big toe, making sure it's on the inside of your knee. Gaze comes over the right middle finger. Left hand to left leg, reverse warrior. One more inhale, one more exhale, squeeze the belly, arms come up and over. Heel toe that back foot a little bit closer to the right heel. See if you can plant the right fingertips down. We're coming into that balancing posture as we press into the right foot. Float the left toes off of the mat. Seeing if you can stamp the left foot towards the back wall. Staying here or maybe floating the right fingertips off of the ground. Channeling your breath. It's okay if you fall, it's okay if you wobble. From here, power through. See if you can shift the left hip along right. It's okay if you fall over or that left foot touches. Lift the left knee, lift the fingertips overhead, engage the glutes. Lengthen through the spine. Another inhale. As you breathe out, send the left heel back as well as the fingertips. Coming to warrior three. Again, no shame here if you need to bring the fingertips down to the ground. Find your balance again. Maybe tap the left toes. Hanging onto it just a little bit longer. Now that right leg is on fire. On your next inhale, lift the left foot to meet right. Mountain pose. Whew. Inhale, reach your fingertips overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. This time, root through your heels and your toes. Inhale, fingertips rise. Exhale, sink the glutes towards the mat, bend at the knees, coming to chair pose. Now from here, see if you can come onto your toes. Maintaining the form from the hips to the fingertips. Good. Now see if you can stay on the toes, lower the heart and chest, reach the fingertips to the back wall. Lower the heels down. Legs are still engaged. Inhale, reach fingertips overhead, lengthen through the arms. Oof, feels so good in the legs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. From here, hinge at your hips, we'll forward fold. Bend into your right knee, right palm stays where it is. Reach your left fingertips overhead. When you're ready, switch sides. Left palm comes down, left knee bends, right knee straightens. Good. Release the right hand down to meet left. Root through your palms. We'll step one foot back and then the other, setting yourself up for high plank. Pressing the shoulders away, the toes come together. Tailbone aims up towards the belly button aims up towards the ribs. Nice big breath in, big breath out. Elbows come into the ribs. This time we'll lower halfway for Chaturanga. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, uncurl your toes. Press into the palms, upward facing dog. When you're ready, bend at the elbows, curl the toes. Come back to Chaturanga. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Whew. Nice big breath into the belly. Big breath out. Right heel stays, left heel lifts. Good. From here, see if you can press into the left palm and see if you can reach the right hand towards the right leg. Maybe even just tenting the right fingertips towards the right toes. And kind of this awkward three-legged dog shape. Go ahead, take the right hand to meet left. Squeeze the core, bend the left knee. Flexing your left foot. Stepping between the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, fingertips to the back wall. Inhale, lift. Exhale, frame your left foot. Squeeze the core. Left foot comes back to meet right, high plank. Take your vinyasa. Elbows come into the ribs, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, down dog. This time, left heel stays, right heel lifts. Press into the right palm. See if you can reach that left hand towards the left leg. Maybe tenting the left fingertips. From here, bring the left palm to meet right. Rounding at the back, knee comes to the chest. Hover here. Flex the right foot. Step your foot between your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fingertips to the back wall. Inhale, lift. Exhale, frame your front foot. Good. From here, heel toe the right foot a little bit closer to the right hand. Make some room for the left foot. And go ahead and hop yourself forward. Bring the heels in towards each other, the toes to the corners of the mat. And we'll sink the hips down, coming into a Yogi Squat or Malasana. You can either tent the fingertips here in front of you, or see if you can bring hands to heart center. Elbows come to the insides of the knees. Elongating the spine. One more inhale. As you exhale, left fingertips land in front of you, right come behind. Take the sit bones to the mat, and then we'll hug the legs together, giving ourselves a nice tight squeeze. Good. Go ahead and reach the fingertips out in front of you. And then using the core, lean back as you slide the palms behind the hips. Fingertips are pointing towards the heels. And then heel toe the feet apart about hip distance. From here, we're going to move into a reverse tabletop, lifting the hips and glutes. You decide here if you want to release the head and neck, or maybe keep yourself in the same position that I'm in. Neither is right or wrong. It just depends on what's comfortable for your spine. And then go ahead, leave the hands where they are, send the hips towards the heels, and then lower them all the way down to the mat. Staying here if that's enough of a stretch for you in the shoulders, or inhale, open the heart and chest. And then exhale, bend at the elbows. moment here to appreciate that hard work you just put in. Showing up on your mat. Taking a moment to be proud of yourselves. Give yourself an energetic pat on the back. When you're ready, press into both palms, lengthen through your arms. We'll sit ourselves back up, reaching the fingertips out in front. Squeeze the core as you lower all the way down. Coming to half Shavasana or lowered bridge. And then just taking some windshield wiper movements with both legs. Good, coming to stillness. Take the right foot to the left thigh, finding supine pigeon. We'll keep both feet flexed here. You can either stay in this posture or go ahead and lift the left foot if you want to go a little bit deeper, clasping the hands around the left shin. And then drawing both legs a little bit closer to the chest as you breathe. From here, lower the left foot down. And then release the right arm. Use the left hand to guide the right foot towards the left side of the mat. The gaze will come to the right side of the room. From here, taking both knees into the heart and chest. Taking a tight squeeze. And then lowering the right foot down, finding a figure 4 shape with the left leg. Finding the depth of the posture that feels right for you. And knowing that one side of the body is always a little more flexible or maybe a little stronger than the other. And release the right foot down, and then use the right hand to guide the left foot towards the right side of the mat. Gaze comes to the left side of the room. The yoga practice is a practice of presence. Pun intended as we approach the holiday season. Just reminding yourselves to take that gift, give yourself that gift of presence with the body, the breath, and the mind. And keeping your worries and your fears away from the future and away from the past. Really just being here. When you're ready, sliding both feet back down to the mat. Taking a moment to adjust yourself in any way that you need. I need to move up my mat because I am way too close to the bottom. And then extending all the way through the legs, releasing the feet and the heels. Taking the right hand to the belly and the left hand to the heart. I'll go ahead and close the eyes. Finding a few moments here for peace, for stillness, for presence. The video will end in a few moments, but please feel free to take as long of a Shavasana as you need. Maybe even pause the video here if you'd like. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving, a wonderful kickoff to your holiday season, and I will see you next time. Namaste.